Imagine a land where sparkling blue seas connected not just islands but dreams of a unified Caribbean future, a federation born from hope, yet undone by rivalry and frustration. A country that might have changed the face of the Americas, if only it had held together. Welcome to the Library of Lost Lands, where we delve into the stories of countries that once were, but are no longer with us. Today we set sail for the Federation of the West Indies. Formerly known as the West Indies Federation, it existed from January 3, 1958 to May 31, 1962. Its capital was Chaguaramas, located in Trinidad. Though it was intended more as a symbolic capital, many federal institutions operated out of Port of Spain. The Federation's flag featured 4 white wavy lines representing the Caribbean Sea on a blue field, crossed by a yellow sun. At its height, the Federation included around 3.5 million people, spread across 10 island territories: Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, and the Windward and Leeward Islands. The Federation was born out of the post-World War II decolonization movement. Britain hoped to consolidate its Caribbean colonies into a single independent nation that could stand stronger together than apart. After years of negotiation, 10 territories agreed to join, a mixture of larger islands like Jamaica and Trinidad, and smaller ones like Antigua, St. Kitts, and Grenada. The goal was to create a single Caribbean voice on the world stage, a political and economic union modeled somewhat after Canada or Australia within the British Commonwealth. At first, the Federation gleamed with promise. Imagine a vibrant, diverse country fueled by the cultural energy of calypso, cricket, and commerce. Many leaders envisioned it becoming a regional power, an example of how small nations could pool resources to thrive together. Economic plans were drawn up, a federal parliament was formed, and there was real excitement about building a modern Caribbean nation. Yet problems emerged almost immediately. The Federation was hobbled by deep regional rivalries. Jamaica and Trinidad, the 2 largest and wealthiest islands, often clashed over leadership and funding. Smaller islands feared being dominated, while larger islands resented subsidizing the others. The federal government had very limited powers. Most real authority stayed with the individual island governments. Disagreements about trade, immigration between islands, and even simple logistics like transportation further strained unity. Worst of all, there was no clear plan for a unified economy or single citizenship. The tipping point came with Jamaica. Jamaicans grew increasingly resentful of the financial burdens they bore and skeptical of how much influence they would truly wield. In 1961, Jamaica held a referendum on whether to remain in the Federation. The result was clear: the people voted to leave. Shortly after, Trinidad and Tobago, seeing little point in continuing without Jamaica, announced their own plans for independence as a separate nation. With its 2 largest members gone, the Federation could not survive. It was officially dissolved on May 31, 1962, after just over 4 years of existence. Although the Federation collapsed, its dream lingers. Today, organizations like CARICOM, the Caribbean Community, and the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States carry forward the idea of regional cooperation. The countries of the former Federation share close cultural, economic, and sporting ties, especially in the beloved sport of cricket, where the West Indies cricket team still represents a united Caribbean spirit on the world stage. The West Indies Federation was a bold vision, a nation that sought to bridge oceans and bring many voices together. In the end, it showed how dreams of unity must be built not only on shared hopes, but also on shared sacrifice and trust. Thanks for visiting the Library of Lost Lands. Join us next time as we explore another chapter in the forgotten atlas of human history.